When Aurangzeb crossed Chambal and reached Agra, the situation at battlefield became unpredictable. Aurangzeb's army was standing outside Red Fort, whereas Dara's army was standing where Aurangzeb's army should have been present. It looked as if both the armies have switched their places. At this time, if there was an additional army contingent in Agra, it could open the city doors and attack Aurangzeb from behind, and Dara's forces could crush Aurangzeb from the front. But unfortunately, Dara did not had a large army contingent in Agra at this time. There were only a handful of soldiers of Maharaja Roop Singh within the city who were appointed for the emperor's protection. The emperor appointed Maharaja Roop Singh as the patron of Dara Shikoh. Therefore, the operation of the army was mainly in the hands of Maharaja Roop Singh. He advised Dara that Dara's military camp should be so close to Aurangzeb's camp that even if Aurangzeb tries to dodge and enter Agra, his force could chase him without losing any time. Even though there were many dangers involved in doing so, Dara had no choice but to follow the Maharaja's advice. Aurangzeb was also surprised that Maharaja Roop Singh brought his forces so close to his camp that he was just a short distance away from their cannonball. Aurangzeb was very afraid of the Rathore kings. Although he had destroyed the entire army of King Jaswant Singh of Jodhpur, yet the fear of Kishangarh's king Roop Singh Rathore was still there. He knew that Roop Singh was a very renowned sword fighter and he could do miracles with his sword. The blood of the Uzbeks scattered on the hills of Balakh and Badkashan still used to simmer on the name of Roop Singh Rathore. On 30th May 1658, as soon as the sun came out, Maharaja Roop Singh systematically decorated the huge armies of Dara. The Rajput soldiers of Maharaja Roop Singh and Maharaja Chhatrasal were the mainstay of the scheme, but Aurangzeb and Murad had a well-maintained artillery of the Mughals, while the Rajput soldiers still used to fight with spears and swords in their hands, and Rajput horsemen still used to throw arrows. They did not have guns and cannons like the Mughals. Therefore, the Maharaja planned that Dara's artillery and the guns of the imperial army should remain in the front, and the Rajput forces would not face the enemy in the battlefield until the ammo of Aurangzeb's guns run out. The Maharaja at the forefront deployed an army of cannons tied on camels who were to advance and attack. Just behind the camel army, Dara's royal army was appointed, which was headed by Wali-e-Ahad Dara himself. Behind Dara, Maharaja Roop Singh and Chhatrasal were appointed with their respective armies. On one side of the army of Rajputs, Khalilullah Khan was deployed with the cavalry of 3,000 people, and Rustam Khan was deployed on the left with his huge army. At this time, the greatest ally of Dara was Maharaja Roop Singh. He was appointed as Dara's patron by the emperor. Then Dara himself appointed him as the commander in chief of his army. Therefore, whatever was happening in the battlefield was totally planned and governed by Maharaja Roop Singh himself. Roop Singh did not want to lose sight of Dara Shikoh in the battlefield, even for a moment. So he rode his horse right behind Dara's elephant with his sword in his hand. Look at the sequel. Maharaja's sword and Aurangzeb's neck